And Dean Chilton's coming back up while I tell you about the Glen G. Bartle Distinguished Alumni Award, which recognizes and honors a graduate who has distinguished himself or herself since graduating from the university and serves as a memorial to Dr. Glen G. Bartle, the first president of Harper College. This award honors alumni who have rendered outstanding voluntary service to Binghamton University while also serving their communities, their careers, and their countries.
So I should say, last but certainly not least, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce tonight's honoree, Stuart Koenig. Stu is an alumnus who has truly distinguished himself since earning his BA from Harper in 1973. He exemplifies the liberal arts ideal that was central to Glen Bartle's vision for Harper College and Binghamton University. Stu has enjoyed a distinguished career of more than 40 years in real estate, private equity, investment banking, and finance. He's a leader in the industry and spent more than 20 of those years in senior management roles. As his professional success grew and the demands on his time increased, Stu never forgot Binghamton University and the strong liberal arts education that has been the foundation of his professional success. Stu has been actively involved in his alma mater, serving in ways that have consistently made a difference to students, faculty, fellow alumni, and the Binghamton University community. He has made a tremendous investment in the future of our students, and the impact is already being felt. He is a founding donor to Harper Edge, Wendy Newberger, woo! And he established the Harper High Impact Student Learning Endowment, which supports the financial needs of up to 10 students per year so that they can pursue opportunities that prepare them for their lives and careers. Stu volunteers his time as a member of the Binghamton University Foundation Board of Directors and the chair of the Foundation Board Investment Committee. He has returned to campus to speak with students and share advice about careers and life after college. He is dedicated to enriching the lives of our students and serves as an inspiration and a stellar role model. In recognition of his remarkable career success and his unwavering devotion and commitment to furthering the mission of Harper College and Binghamton University, it is my honor to present the 2019 Glen G. Bartle Distinguished Alumnus Award to Stuart Koenig.
Thank you. I'm going to take my glasses off here. Good evening, everyone. How we doing? All right, before I start with the reading, Michael, where's Michael? 73, Hinman, 70. First semester, 1970, Hinman, but I was not one of those guys with that thing. At least I don't believe I was. And Gigio, where are you? Bronx boy. Right here, all right? Let's hear it for that. Anyway, thank you so much, Dean Chilton, for those very kind words, and thank you all for coming. Congratulations to all my fellow award recipients. Really well done. Also, thank you to the organizers of this event. Great job, but you made one very, very big mistake. You put me up last. Now, I thought it was a mistake, but after all this talent, I'm beginning to question whether it was or not. Anyway, I'm going to make sure I get my money's worth here. Kidding aside, I am honored and humbled to receive the Glen Bartle Distinguished Alumni Award. But you see, in my mind, I was thinking you all showed up tonight to also help me celebrate what will shortly be the 50th anniversary of the beginning of my college career at Harper. Hard to say, let alone to believe. So, in the spirit of my upcoming anniversary, let me take you back almost 50 years and set a scene. It's the summer of 1969, and I arrive at Binghamton at 17 years old as an incoming freshman. I was 3 weeks removed from enjoying a wonderful weekend of peace, love, understanding, and a lot of great rock and roll in the rain and muddy fields of Woodstock. I had no idea what to expect at Binghamton, but one thing became very clear very soon. The rain and the mud would continue seemingly unabated for the next 4 years. Has it stopped yet? On a more serious note, I came to Binghamton as a first-generation college student without a real good sense of what I wanted to study or the direction I would take post-graduation. Of course, I am very, very grateful for the well-rounded liberal arts education I received, which gave me a terrific foundation to build on. However, when it came time to enter the job market, I found my degree in English had very little practical application in the real world. Consequently, after I graduated, I found myself meandering through a series of unrewarding jobs. And essentially, my high-impact learning experience came courtesy of the School of Hard Knocks. I debated whether to share a quick anecdote about one of those jobs, but my wife insisted that I do, okay? So it's the fall of 1973, and my father, who spent his entire career working for the post office, suggested I apply for a job at UPS as they were hiring. Despite my seemingly overqualification, they were happy to have me. After 6 weeks of training, they sent me out on my own to cover a route in the South Bronx for someone on vacation. When one of the longtime workers heard this, he looked at me and said, "Good luck. We've never heard back from the last 3 rookies we sent out there." By the way, that's the sanitized version. If anyone wants to meet me at the bar later, I'll give them the real story. Anyway, shortly after that, I became the 4th rookie that they never heard of, and I decided to enroll in graduate school at night to get my MBA. So my MBA certainly opened doors for me and created new opportunities which, as Dean Chilton pointed out, led to a long, challenging, and very rewarding career in real estate private equity. Nevertheless, I still look back at Binghamton with much fondness and gratitude. In addition to the long-lasting friendships I made, I credit Binghamton with providing me with a broad base of knowledge, solid communication skills, and the ability to think critically. These tools have contributed enormously to the success and fulfillment I have enjoyed in life. In a nutshell, I consider myself so fortunate to have attended. Now, many of the wonderful high-impact learning programs that are offered by the school today, which I certainly could have benefited back then, were limited or non-existent when I was there. Consequently, a few years ago, when presented with the opportunity to become one of the founding supporters of Harper Edge, I seized on it. Harper Edge's signature programs include LACE, Liberal Arts to Career Externships, Harper Fellows, and distance mentoring, to name a few. These high-impact learning experiences are designed to enrich students' education, broaden their horizons, serve the community, connect them with alumni, and contribute to their intellectual and personal growth, all with the goal of helping prepare them for the real world. So with that as a backdrop, Wendy Newberger, Dean Chilton, and myself put together what we're going to submit to the Cannes Film Festival. But bear with me for about 3 minutes. It's very interesting, and you'll get a real good sense, better than I can convey, of what I'm trying to accomplish.
I'm always really impressed with Binghamton students. Being the most selective of all of the SUNY schools in New York, they are among the very top high school students, those of them who come from New York, and even those who come from out of state come to Binghamton because we are a research university, but the quality of the undergraduate experience is paramount. High-impact learning experiences are all of the ways that students can either connect what they're doing in the classroom to their lives outside, or actually take part in activities outside the classroom that really help them broaden their experiences, but also their networks, help them figure out how this connects to what they might want to do after college, and really give them confidence in their skills.
So a group of friends, me, my friend Aisha, Acadia, and Liarda, were in contact with this doctor, Dr. Jigisha Chaudhry, and she does a lot of charity work in this region in India called Gujarat, and she has started her own organizations, and she offered us to come on this trip and basically tour all of the orphanages, schools, hospitals, pediatric clinics, and we really got a feel for healthcare in India.
Wave, guys. Wave.
It was so much more hands-on than I ever expected. For example, we volunteered at a child neurodevelopment center, and after shadowing the therapist there, we presented on US treatments for ADHD and speech disorders to the faculty, and they were very receptive. They loved everything we said, and I think it may have made an influence in their daily practice. Coming into the trip, I didn't really have a goal, but I think once I was on the trip, I realized what I was there for. I'm really interested in global health and these big initiatives to basically increase awareness for problems in third world countries that involve medical issues. So being on the trip really opened my eyes to so many of the issues in India that have simple solutions that we can provide. And I realized that there's so much more that I can do, and there's so much potential for me to make a huge impact rather than just practicing medicine. So that's why I'm interested in working with a nonprofit after I graduate.
I think sometimes liberal arts students doubt their ability to translate what they've learned to whatever it is they're going to do beyond their career here. And so these high-impact experiences give them confidence that they have built the skills that they need to succeed in anything they want to do in life.
Wow, didn't that look like a fantastic experience? I'm very, very envious. Like Ria, virtually all of the Harper Edge participants have shown a deep appreciation for the hands-on opportunities that they were able to take advantage of. Based on this, my wife and I recently established the Koenig Family High Impact Learning Endowment. Its primary focus is to provide ongoing support for several of the Harper Edge programs so that in the future, even more students can have opportunities to pursue their passions and find their purpose through real-life experiences while still in college. The School of Hard Knocks is overrated, by the way. As a small part of the endowment, we also created the Harper College Recognition Wall located adjacent to the Glen Bartle Library. Our goal there is to promote and foster a culture of giving back to the university by both profiling the generosity as well as the significant accomplishments of many of Harper students, professors, and alumni. Since 1969, Binghamton has grown significantly in size, but that growth really pales in comparison to its growth in stature and prestige, whether it's average SAT scores, research dollars, or acceptance rate. Binghamton has risen to become not just the top public school in the state, but is now ranked among the top public schools in the nation. Over the past several years, through my role as a trustee and as a member of the investment committee, I have gotten to know many of the key players on both our academic and administrative staff. Their talent, dedication, and tireless efforts to improve the school is extraordinary and so greatly appreciated. The same applies to a myriad of alumni and students who volunteer their time with the same objective in mind. To single out just a few of these individuals, I want to personally thank President Stenger, Dean Chilton, where's Wendy? Wendy's here. Wendy Newberger, and there are many others, so I apologize if I'm leaving them out. But each of them constantly pushed the envelope in order to make this as great an institution of higher education as possible. Also, a loud shout out to my fellow trustees. Your efforts are also tremendous and so greatly appreciated. And of course, thanks to my wife, my daughter, my sister and brother-in-law, and my friends for sharing this night with me. In conclusion, I believe we all share the goal of ensuring the ongoing excellence and ascendancy of Binghamton University. To make this happen, I encourage everyone associated with the school to be generous and make a collective, concerted, and continuous effort to support it. As Winston Churchill said, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Keep on giving, everyone.